Hey guys, this is the Villains Demand. I'm Evan the Great.
I'm Smiley.
And we are here with another episode of Monsters Matter. Today, henchmen, I would like you to turn to page 154. We are going to talk about the fire giant.
And if you have Volo's Got Monsters, it's also page 25.
The fire giant is, and I'm just going to tell you, he's an 18-foot tall, 7,000 pound wrecking machine that fights with armor and weapons.
Plate mail, great sword, up to butt.
That's just insane. They got fire. Both of them have fire red hair, beards, orange tinted skin. Yeah, they're for real. They live to be kind of old. From what I can gather, over 300 years old.
Most giants live for a long time.
Yeah, man. They live and die by the forge. They live and die by being a warrior. Their swords are just magnificently big. 18 foot, so you got to think their sword's like 12 foot big, probably.
Look at the picture, as big as he is.
Yeah, just massive blades. That's the description of fire giants. There, you want to talk about a little bit about the guide, Volo's guide, because it kind of talks about it in there.
The forges,
the mountains,
the ordning,
yeah,
and their social structure.
But go ahead.
Their ordning is craftwork. They're smiths, craftsmen. But they're very militaristic. They build fortresses. They keep slaves. Amongst all the giants, they are the most militant.
Yes.
And I believe they're almost lawful evil, correct?
They are a lawful evil. Yes, they're lawful evil. Didn't talk about that earlier. Forgot lawful evil. They also, their statistics as far as being big, large, and strong. Hefty armor class of an 18 for a giant.
Is the only giant with a hive in AC. Whew. Because size penalties to AC, not in 5e.
Yeah. On top of that, they come in at a whopping 162 hit points with a challenge rating of 9.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
Okay. They do have a rivalry with frost giants, which is diametrically opposed, where the fire giants are very organized and militant. Frost giants are savage, brutal. They don't make anything. Complete polar opposites in every regard, except being good. Okay.
You would almost think fighter versus barbarian.
Yes, very much so. Exactly.
One lives off the land. One uses the land as resources to build his weapons.
Yes.
It
is very much like industry versus nature as well.
Giants
Fire
as a
versus
whole.
ice.
Yes, and speaking of ice really hurts them, I believe, correct? Yeah, they're immune to fire, so I don't say that ice hurts them worse, but you think it would, but they're immune to fire. So
if anything, I think they would be too warm to feel cold.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, good luck, fireball and scorching, there's a lot of things.
Bring a lightning bolt.
Yeah. I don't know, was shocking grass hurt them with the armor?
Yeah, actually, I think they have this
electric, yeah.
So I think if they have a wear armor, you have it.
They're not all the way badass, but they're pretty badass. They usually carry a great sword, and their great sword is 66 plus 7 slashing damage with 2 swings.
Which is essentially like every round you get 2 free fireballs on one guy.
Yeah.
Pain.
And if you play them correctly, sometimes they say roll and see who you hit, kind of DM, or some DMs like who hit me the hardest. Fire giants are they're militaristic.
They're going to have servants. They have slaves. They're going to build up that fortress.
There's going to be all kinds of other things going on. They're also very good at throwing big ass rocks.
Well, I feel that's just like giant. I never give my fire giants rocks.
No.
I give them crossbows, giant crossbows.
Yeah, crossbows makes better sense. Because if you think about it, that's more like a stone or hill giant with throw a rock.
Yeah. Like even with frost giants, I give frost giants longbows.
I never thought about that. That's actually
I give sword giants javelins.
I like it.
Like for flavor, like I just use the stats for the rock, but that's what I do for flavor.
And as a fire giant, that basically is wrapping all of their combat statistics up with their civilization. They live, like he said, they live and die by the forge. They build their weapons. They live in volcanoes. That's another big one. They build their cities in volcanoes. There's slaves that Smiley was talking about. Sometimes they actually have some slaves that move up higher in rank. Some of the humans get more freedom.
Lawful evil, guy. You treat your slaves right, so they want to be slaves.
Yes.
Stockholm syndrome all the way.
Any other things you got about a fire giant?
Because
there's a lot of stuff.
Okay, let me pull my little notes over here. This thing, like, they keep hellhounds as pets.
Yes.
Salamanders for their forge work. Give them a red dragon that they use to light their forges to better, so they're forging with outright dragon fire.
This beast.
Give them iron golems. They'll have ogres. Earth and fire elementals will be roaming the forges. The things you can do. They live on mountains, like you said, with the volcanoes.
Yes.
Just think of like chimeras, manticores, harpies. It's the things that will be around there just to build it up.
Very big, strong fortresses, lots of minions, lots of slaves. Fire giant in general. We're playing the game right now, which of y'all that watch our channel, we have a very powerful fire giant that we met, and his whole setup.
Powerful, we never actually found out.
I'm sure he is.
We never fought. We could fight him.
But they're very, they're not cruel, but they're like he said, they're militaristic. The slaves there, that it ain't like they're going to starve them, but they're not going to treat them like royalty. And, except for some of them if they move at the rank. But
think about this: what do you do for your cat or your dog?
Yes.
Some people bathe their animals regular basis. Some people just put down food and water.
Yep. Food, water, worth ethic. That's why you move up in a fire giant.
The thing with fire giants, though, that they're lawful evil.
They are.
They don't do violence for violence sake. There's always a reason and a machination behind it. They promote their loyal slaves to promote loyalty, to give other slaves a chance to see hope.
They're also very, a lot of them are, would you say, survival of the fittest?
Yeah.
Yes, the way that they would live their life and raise their life.
Fittest more strongest.
Yes, and as far as encounter goes, because we love doing encounters on these videos, you can set your party up to fight a single fire giant, but why not a single fire giant when you can add his minions and his slaves?
All those things I listed. You just have the fire giant, a rogue fire giant that's starting his own fortress, trying to take over a land in the valleys below. He's collected all these elementals and the slaves. He came with ogres. A manticore he keeps on a chain that he drags out throughout the passes.
You could really dice stuff up.
Yeah. Oh,
Hellhounds. Yes. Maybe that's how the party, they're fighting a hellhound out somewhere, and then all of a
Give
sudden,
them a whole hellhound kennel.
Yeah. Before you know it, they think they're done. Incorrect. You're in Fire Giant Nation now.
Give like the hellhound's plate barding. It's with spikes all over it. Give meaning to the words, unleash the dogs of war.
I like this guy. That's a very, very awesome description. So, and then just like our other videos, when you're describing your monsters, you can't really, it's hard to describe him, so you got to really menace, to me, you have to menace on his size and his strength and his presence, more than the way he looks, because they look scary because they're big and they're mean, and they're wearing armor, so that should even scare you more.
Oh, yes.
And wielding a weapon that they know how to wield. It ain't like this swing for the fences. No, they're swinging for kill shots.
Even when they're trying to miss. If it hits a normal person, they die.
This on an average hit is 28 hit points. So a CR, a challenge rating of 9. What are you running at them? Fifth level
I would
characters?
start, if it's like the boss encounter with minions, I'd go with 7.
Yeah, so yeah, you're talking 7th level characters,
Step up to
minions.
But you can always adjust what's in the book on the fly.
Yes.
Like, while they're having a lot of problem, but they're able to hit it, so I'll just drop the hit points down. Or while they're missing a lot, so I'll just take 1 or 2 off the AC.
The one thing I always do, say you're fighting one of these and you looks like you're going to wipe your party early, to give them a little bit of a chance, I would have like my fire giant like swing his sword to get stuck in like the side of the mountain. Something like
It
that.
gets down to that.
Or instead of swinging at them, he's maybe grabbing them, trying to catch them as slaves and put them in his cage or whatever.
That was Alto. Alto was the one with Cage.
There you go. But there's many ways that different
What
DMs
happened
can.
to that dwarf?
It's very sad he was in there.
Oh, we forgot about him.
We forgot to bring that up.
He
Fire
mentioned-
giants
yeah.
and dwarfs also hate each other.
Well, the fire giants and any giant dwarf, they don't get along.
Yeah.
Because of previous conflicts with the Delzoon race.
Yes. Is there anything you want to add to the end of the video, Smiley? I don't want
Don't
to forget
forget that it's not just a giant, it's a fire giant.
Yes.
It stands close to 18 feet tall. The air shimmers as his armor steams. The edge of the blade glows red as he holds onto it. With each step, the ground shakes and smolders. Don't forget to add the fire to it. It's not just a giant.
Yeah. And hits you both times. That's 12d6 plus 14.
That's 56 damage.
That is half hit points.
And
on attack.
rarely, I kind of do their two attacks as one cleaving strike in
Yes.
description. Like he cleaves through two of them.
I'm gonna do that. Just swing once and then roll
Yeah.
12d6 but spread the damage out.
No, well, I do the two attacks, but they're on two adjacent people.
I got you.
Or two people like within a radius around him.
There you
So
go.
it's one swing. And so, like, if it's like one person by themselves, and like if he catches one person off guard, like he will only do one attack. But then I just add like X amount of damage of fire.
Love it.
Because 56 damage at level, even at 9, God.
Yeah. I have a level 14 character. 56 damage, almost half hit points.
Yes. You also have 10 constitution.
I do. For right now. But I think that pretty much wraps it up for the fire giant. Just remember, when the forge is hot, don't stick your hand in it. What else you got?
No, I was good. Heavy
Yeah.
metal guy.